Greetings, everybody. My name is Laura Belgrave, author of the Claudia Hershey Mystery Series. I've been asked to do a reading. I don't know why people seem to like readings from authors, but I'm happy to do it. I have today picked a brief selection out of the second in my series called Quietly Dead, which may possibly be my favorite of the three books. I'm not sure. But in this one, let me give you first, you know what, we should be in a library, right? Not in my kitchen. Let's see if we can change that up a little bit, huh? All right. That's a little better, don't you think? Hey, listen, you in the back, if you can hear me all right, raise your hands. Debbie, yeah. You too? Good, good? All right, fine. Anyway, that's something of a jolt, that time machine thing. I should probably write science fiction. Let me give you a little bit of background to what I'm going to read to you. It's actually in the very beginning of the book. Now, book number 1, In the Spirit of Murder, Claudia is introduced as a powerful former Cleveland homicide detective. She left there. She went to a smudge in the middle of Florida called, would be a smudge on the map, called Indian River. Small town, small cop shop, but she wanted to go there so that she and her daughter did not have to put up with any more of her erratic schedule and so forth. It's taken some time for her to settle in, as is true of her daughter Robin as well. But then, in book number 2, Quietly Dead, what happens is Claudia is introduced to a character that will appear in the 3rd novel, Deadly Associations, because readers influence what authors do. So I'm just going to read you this quick passage, and then I promise you can be on your way. All right. He would take some getting used to. First, there was that hair, a red so vivid it looked painted on. Then there was his walk, a bouncing gait that seemed to propel the top of his body faster than the rest of him. Of course, it could have been that he was simply wobbling out of balance because of the heavy backpack anchored to his shoulder. From a distance, Claudia couldn't tell, and she tried to push aside the uncharitable thoughts that were already forming as he angled toward her through the Indian-run police station. Lieutenant Hershey, greetings. Hi, I'm Bowie. Suggs, or just plain Boo. My uncle told you about me, right? Right? I can't believe I'm actually meeting you. You are even taller than you looked on TV. This is superlative. I've never been up close to anyone famous before. And you're not up close to anyone famous now, Claudia said. She shook the knobby hand Bowie thrust at her and made herself smile. If he was a puppy, his tail would be wagging so hard his body would spin. Nice to meet you, she added. Oh, me too, me too. That homicide you worked last fall? Brilliant. It's what made me think about maybe becoming a police officer, a detective. My uncle told me, what he told me is that you're keen on being a documentary filmmaker, Claudia said swiftly. He said you're talented with a camera. He told you I'm talented? Bowie said, pleased. She nodded. The filmmaker part was true. She steered the boy toward her office, ignoring the amused expression on the dispatcher's face. Well, I am considering filmmaking too, Bowie said. When I'm done with my internship with you, it's not exactly an internship, Claudia said. It's unofficial, and it's only 2 weeks. And just to give you a feel for detective work, what you'll find is about as exciting as reading a phone book. Bowie shrugged, bounced along beside her. Boop, diddy boop, diddy boop, diddy boop. Well, anyway, when I'm done here, then I've got something lined up with a film company that mostly does Southern documentaries over in Orlando. Good for you, Claudia murmured. They'd reached her office, which had been converted from a utility closet a few weeks earlier. As closets went, it was plenty big. As an office, well, except when people used the stained sink in the corner to get water for the coffee pot, it made up in privacy what it lacked in size. Sit. Claudia pointed at a metal chair beside her desk, then shuffled through a few incident reports. Lunch had come and gone. She had an afternoon to fill and no earthly idea what to do with him. And this was only Monday. I told you I'd keep it brief. I hope that did the trick for you. I hope you get a feel for the dynamics of character. But here's the thing for me as an author. After Bowie was introduced, and he does become a main character in this novel, he's bright, he's many things, he's annoying as hell too. I got so many letters from readers, fans, whatever, who said, I hope he's going to become a part of all your novels in this series. No, he wasn't intended to do that. But in fact, as I said earlier, readers influence authors. Never forget that. And Bowie comes back in the last novel again, which is called Deadly Associations. Meanwhile, that's it for now. Let me just quickly show you the very first novel, which was called, again, In the Spirit of Murder. Very interesting story behind this one too, but that's for a later video. Then, of course, Quietly Dead. And finally came Deadly Associations. They're available in ebook format and paperback, which is what I'm holding right now. Nice size type. I don't know, some of you others must have middle-aged vision too, so that's important. And of course, if you're using a tablet or something to read your books, bump up that text size to whatever you want. Amazon, etc., you'll find them there. Thank you for listening. I enjoyed it. And thank you. I know in the back there you're having a little bit more trouble maybe. No clapping. Thank you. This is a library, and libraries want to go, shh, right? Maybe that shouldn't be the way it is, but it is. Again, I'm Laura Belgrave, author of the Claudia Hershey Mystery Series. Thank you for your kind attention. I appreciate it. Bye-bye now.